Good morning, preschool friends. How is everyone today? Do you see the rain outside? Are you going to have a great day? I know I sure am. So I'm excited because it's Monday and it's almost Halloween. Halloween is next weekend. So today I'm going to be reading to you The Bumpy Little Pumpkin. And when I'm done reading this book, you can go make your own Bumpy Pumpkin. All right? So let's see what happens in The Bumpy Little Pumpkin. I just love this book. It's so pretty. All right, let me turn this over a little bit. Okay. Little Nell lived with Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie in a great big house in a great big woods. Wow, that house looks beautiful. Behind the great big house, there's a great big garden. And in the great big garden, there's a great big pumpkin patch. Friends, I want you to see something on my book here. Do you see how big is wrote in capital letters? That's because the word big is emphasized, or she really wanted us to notice that word. It's wrote in big letters. That means she wants us to notice that. All summer long, little Nell had helped her family water and weed so that the pumpkins would grow big. There's that word again, no caps. And orange for Halloween. When Halloween finally came, Big Mama called little Nell and her sisters into the kitchen. It's time for each of you to pick a pumpkin to carve, she said in a big, blustery voice. They look ready to go. So little Nell followed her sisters out to the pumpkin patch. There are so many wonderful pumpkins, it's hard to choose. I like this one, said Big Sarah. And then Big Lizzie picked up a round, tall pumpkin. This is the one for me. So she thought it's round and tall and circly. And then hers is really tall. So those are pretty good pumpkins, don't you think? I think so. But little Nell just couldn't decide. She was walking back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, looking at all the pumpkins. Some were big, some were small, some were crooked, some were tall, but none was just right. Look at all those pumpkins. She cannot pick one. And at last she came to the end of the patch, and there sat a bumpy little pumpkin. Aw, so cute. This one's my favorite, she said. It's bumpy and little and ugly, said Big Lizzie. It could have a nice smiley face, said little Nell. No way, said Big Sarah. How about this nice smooth one instead? I like the bumpy one, said little Nell. Big Sarah and Big Lizzie rolled their eyes. Oh. We're taking our pumpkins inside, said Big Sarah. You keep looking till you find a bigger and better one, said Big Lizzie, and then we'll help you carve it. So her sisters are not going to help her pick a pumpkin or carve that one. They want her to have a better one. After they left, little Nell sat down next to the bumpy little pumpkin, and a tiny tear went down her face, and then another and another. So she's crying because they left her there all alone. It was not very nice. But her friends, Reindeer, Hare, and Bear Cub, all came along. Oh, good. Little Nell snuffled. Big Lizzie and Big Sarah think my pumpkin's too bumpy and too little and too ugly to make a good jack-o'-lantern. I don't think it's too bumpy, said Bear Cub. Or little, said Reindeer. Or too ugly, said Hare. You don't, said Lizzie. I'm sorry, little Nell. No, said the animals. So little Nell is making friends with her animals, and they're telling her pumpkin is just fine. This pumpkin would make a great jack-o'-lantern, said Reindeer, and we can help you carve it. How? Asked little Nell. Like this, said the reindeer, and he lowered his head and cut around and around the top until he'd carved a lid. Oh, nice job. Oh, that's perfect, said little Nell. And I can scoop out the inside, said the Bear Cub. How? Said little Nell. Like this. And he clawed and he pawed and he clawed and he pawed until there was nothing left in there but an empty pumpkin shell. Empty pumpkin shell. Oh, goody, said little Nell. Now for the face. How can we do that? Let's ask the birds to help, said Hare. So little Nell whistled for the birds. Crow, cardinal, and sparrow flew down from the trees. So her bird friends are coming to help. How nice of them. Could you little face for my jack-o'-lantern? What kind of face? Asked Cardinal. With her finger, little Nell etched and sketched a face in the dirt. It had triangles for eyes, a square for a nose, and a smiley loop-sided mouth. Like this. That's what she wants her pumpkin to look like. So Crow, Cardinal, and Sparrow poked and pecked until the pumpkin had a nice face. At last, the jack-o'-lantern was finished, and little Nell smiled a tiny little smile. I can't wait to show it to Big Mama, Big Sarah, and Big Lizzie. And look, she's got those big letters in the word big. She picked it up and ran all the way to the house. She's so excited to show them. Look, she's running. What a beautiful jack-o'-lantern, said Big Mama. Where'd you get it? From our pumpkin patch, said little Nell. But who helped you carve it, said Big Sarah. My friends, Reindeer, Bear Cub, and Hare, said little Nell. I still think it's little and bumpy and ugly, said Big Lizzie. No nonsense, said Big Mama. Jack-o'-lanterns come in all shapes and sizes. The girls placed their jack-o'-lanterns near the door, and Big Mama lit them. Mine's cool, said Big Sarah. Mine's even cooler, said Big Lizzie. They're all wonderful, said Big Mama. Even mine? Asked little Nell. Even yours. And she leaned over and gave her a kiss. Aww. And little Nell smiled. Happy Halloween. That's the end. You see how she wrote these words really big, too, friends? Because she wants us to be excited when we say it. Happy Halloween! And there's an exclamation point. So she's excited. She's excited that it's Halloween. What you guys think of this book? Her sisters told her that she could not have that little Bumpy pumpkin because her sisters thought it was ugly. Is that very nice? No, not at all. So we're going to make ourselves a little Bumpy pumpkin. And with your brown paper bags, you can paint them orange. Let them dry for a little bit, and then come back with your paint sticks or your markers, and you can make your own Bumpy little pumpkin. My question for you guys today is, what kind of pumpkin would you get? Would you get the Bumpy little pumpkin? Would you get the skinnier tall one? Or the fat round one? Let me show you those two again. Like this. Which one would you get? Would you get this little Bumpy pumpkin, or the big round one, or the tall one, or maybe a different one? Maybe not any of those. What kind of pumpkin would you get? All right, friends, that's all I have for you guys. I will talk to you later. Bye.